Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy Chef Yef, but y'all know the only thing I'm cooking up is my opinion. I appreciate y'all for being here with me in this video. If you enjoy the content, you already know what to do. If you want to donate to the channel, Cash App Chef Yef with 3 F's, link on the screen or in the description below. And now remember, I am not a hip-hop historian, I am not a hip-hop journalist or a lyrical miracle specialist. I just give my take on things I'm usually tapped into. And I hope you all are having a good and blessed day. All right, so in this video, we're going to do a little deep dive on the Kendrick versus The Game. We're going to get into a few clips. And even though I say I'm not a hip-hop journalist, in this video, I feel like I'm being a little bit of a journalist, even though I'm kind of going over things that's already been out and it's already public. But yeah, this video might be a little bit of a doozy. It might be a little long, but just stick with me. I'm trying to, we're gonna see if we can get to the bottom of this, and I'm gonna try to make my point clear, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get that started, and I'm gonna make sure that everybody clip who I react to, I will post their channel in the description below, as I always do. So let's get to it. All right, so this video come courtesy of J Roebuck. Make sure y'all go like and subscribe to his channel if you're not already. This portion is going to be basically like a history portion, basically like a little refresher in all our minds, even though we probably already know basically where this strife between The Game and Kendrick all started. So without further ado, let's get to it.
The Game versus Kendrick Lamar. Over the past few days, a bunch of internet personalities, podcasters, and YouTubers have been trying to trace the origin of the Drake versus Kendrick beef, and a lot of it goes back to a song that took place that Drake was on with The Game called 100. Now, in this song, it is alleged, we can pretty much confirm, that Drake was dissing Kendrick Lamar. Let's look at the verse very quickly, and then we'll get into the new developments that we've gotten over the past few days. Now, Drake and Kendrick have been throwing subs at each other for a very long time, but it was at this moment where things really went left between Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and Game. It was for the song 100. Now, Drake shot this music video in Compton. Drake paid for the music video and didn't charge Game for the song. We can confirm this through Game's manager, who was Whack 100. But it was particularly this moment that Kendrick seemed to turn a cold shoulder to Game, and that's for 2 reasons. Number one, the music video was shot in Compton. So how Kendrick looks at this is, you brought Drake to my hood, well really our hood, because Game was from Compton and this was shot on Cedar Block in Game's hood, but that's right up the block from where Kendrick and Top are from. So you not only brought him to my hood and you know him and I have some sort of tension, this is how Kendrick thinks, not how Game is thinking, and on the record, you basically allowed Drake to diss me. What was the diss that Drake had for Kendrick in 100? Let's go through the lyrics. So we can start right here. I would have...
Okay, so before we get into the lyrics, so The Game brought Drake to the heart of the hood and surrounded Drake around Drakes? Nigga. So I knew The Game and Kendrick was from the same place, essentially, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know that their blocks was literally connected right up the street. So this nigga, The Game, literally brought Kendrick up, Drake, to the heart of the hood and shot a whole video literally in front of people that seen Kendrick start from the bottom. You feel me? So that's a little deeper. Like, okay, now if he brought him to LA, California, maybe somewhere just within California, like, that would have been like one thing. That it'd have still been bad, but that would have been one thing. But no, you took it a step further and brought this nigga to the heart of the hood, nigga. That's a little wild, but let's keep it rolling.
So many friends if I didn't have money, respect, and accomplishments. Essentially saying people would be more friendly with me, particularly rappers, if I wasn't so accomplished, if I wasn't so rich, if I wasn't number one in a game. Then he goes, I would have all your fans if I didn't go pop and I stayed on some conscious. Essentially saying, I could have been doing what you're doing, but I decided to broaden my horizons. And if I stayed conscious and stayed backpack rap, which Drake was when he first came out, I literally could control your own fan base. Then we go here. I'm in a club every time they play the competition, if they even play the competition. What do most people say about Kendrick Lamar? He doesn't make a lot of hits. People like to listen to his music on some more conscious stuff, but when you go to the club, you hear other rappers. And I see the response that they get. Yeah, that's if anyone's even hearing it on top of the pyramid. Essentially saying, you hear my music in the club and it rings off. If they even play Kendrick Lamar, it's not the same reaction that a song that I'm on gets. So
okay, so which is whatever, because Kendrick, he could make music for the club. He literally chooses not to. So that whole argument is kind of weak. It's really whatever. But okay, so after this, we're gonna get into the call where Whack 100 basically calls academics and tries to defend the game in a sense, and they're gonna act like they didn't know what what Drake and Kendrick had was personal at this time of the music video. So we gonna get into that after J Roebuck show a few more clips, and we gonna see basically how the game thought process was about all of this, all of the disses, and so this is the game, right? The lyrical miracle legend, right? You know what I'm saying? Because the game is a legend. Don't get this shit twisted. I do understand that the game is a legend. I fuck with the game heavy. You feel me? But yeah, we gonna let them cook.
Is definitely firing on him. We know that. We can read between the lines. But what makes it even more disrespectful is you're firing on him in his own hood. So Drake is saying this is a double whammy for you. And Kendrick is taking this twice as disrespectful because you know how LA people are about where they're from. I mean, what's the number one question you might get asked if you're walking around LA with a hat, a color, or a jersey on? Where you from? So Drake goes to the hood, disses him, and walks away unscathed. I mean, there are stories about the amount of security that had to be there. But how can we confirm how Kendrick Lamar felt about this? Well, on the Third Verse podcast, while Stat Quo and Justin Hunt were breaking this down, Top Dog called Stat Quo himself and gave him a new perspective that we had never really heard before. Let's listen.
And honestly, I think it was okay that Drake walked away unscathed. I don't think Kendrick actually wanted to do like physical bodily harm to him. Like it wasn't personal like that. It was more personal in the sense of rap beef. You feel me? And that part right there gets a little tricky because even though it's like I'm not trying to start no street shit with you, you did take it personal. You did want to make our rap beef personal, even though I just wanted it to be competitive from that, and that's coming from Kendrick perspective, at least from like what I know, right? But you being Drake, you go to my hood and act like you all this and that, you sneak this in me, and you making it seem like like this is like an actual like real street beef, right? So that's coming from a nigga that was on Degrassi, okay? Like never grew up around any of this or can't even fathom what growing up in an environment like this even is, you know what I'm saying? So come on, bro.
Understand, Dot didn't just stop talking to him for no reason. After that video that dude shot in Compton, that changed everything.
The 100 video.
The 100 video. And, I had spoke about that and remember I said that I told Wack and Game about that. And top thing is like, hey, that gotta be it. It don't need to be perceived that Dot just stopped talking to Kendrick out of nowhere. I mean, Kendrick stopped talking to Game out of nowhere. Right. That was the thing that, you know what I'm saying, that did it. And he reminded me that.
Now stay with me because we got to jump timelines a little bit. If you remember when the beef kicked off between Drake and Kendrick.
Okay, and so Top Dog calls in and lets Stat Quo know that, look, the game bringing Drake to the hood was that's what caused Kendrick keeping his distance. Now, just because Kendrick kept his distance from the game doesn't mean I'm gonna go out here and diss you or disrespect you because you was someone I looked up to and you was someone that I spoke highly of and you someone who I respect in a high regard and you're a legend. That's still his perspective of the game, even though the game is doing his bull jive and the game gonna try to play it off like he didn't know. But we gonna dive a little bit deeper into did he know? Did he know? And in hindsight, once we get to the end of the video, we're gonna see, did he actually know? But yeah, let's keep it rolling.
Lamar, Game jumped in on behalf of Drake, but he didn't diss Kendrick. He actually dissed Rick Ross because Rick Ross jumped in for whatever reason. We still don't even know. But the game did feel like Dr. Dre and Kendrick Lamar dissed him on Not Like Us. Let's hear another clip.
Side note, I don't know how J Roebuck still doesn't know this. Like, okay, so Drake dissed Rick Ross because Drake dissed Rick Ross first on push-ups, literally as he's going at Kendrick and acting like this shit a 20v1 because Rick Ross was trolling him on the gram. Now, y'all let me know, because I feel like context is important. Rick Ross was trolling Drake on the gram, but does that count as Rick Ross dissing him first? You know what I'm saying? Does that count, or does it count when it's on wax and you bring up a nigga name? You know what I'm saying? I thought it was on wax, which is what Drake did first, and it was at the beginning of the battle. This wasn't in the middle. This was the beginning. Like, it was like that, and then it was and then J. Cole, but J. Cole took his diss back, and then it was Drake and push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Then Rick Ross dropped his diss track because, you know what I'm saying, rightfully so, Drake said his name. So don't every rapper have the right to respond if they name? I thought that's how it went, right? So he didn't jump in the middle of a battle. He literally just responded to Drake dissing him in push-ups.
I thought Kendrick was subliminally dissing. I spoke to Game for over an hour. I told Top Dog this. This is a fact. I spoke to him for over an hour, convincing him that Kendrick was not dissing him. Kendrick like, man, I would never diss him. What's he talking about? But in his mind, he like his niggas throwing shots at me. So this is what I'm trying to tell y'all, conversations that me and this man be having. I am his conscience.
I love conversations like this because we are getting firsthand information. So often rappers hide behind tweets, lyrics, and they don't do the interviews and they don't talk to people who could put the word out there. Give me the facts. Y'all know how I do on this channel, facts over feelings. But now let's hear how the game and Whack 100 may have perceived all of this.
Okay, before we jump into the call with Ack, so I think another thing that people was getting confused is the game didn't think that Kendrick dissed him on Not Like Us. He thought that Kendrick dissed him on 6/16 in LA, all right? Because on June 16th in LA, whatever year it was, I think it was 2015, that's the year he brought Drake to the hood and surrounded Drake around Drake's and recorded the 100 video. So I don't know where this, I don't even think Stat Quo said Not Like Us, but if he did, he probably misspoke. But, and we could confirm that through, where I seen it was the Ville, you know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all go like and subscribe to the Ville. I'm pretty sure I'm reacting to one of his videos in this video, so his link should be in the description. If not, then y'all just go search the Ville. I'm always reacting to him, so y'all should know who he is. But yeah, so the game thought that Kendrick dissed him on 6/16 in LA, because on June 6, 16, in 2015, he thought the game brought Drake to the hood. You feel me? So the game always thought that was a shot. Okay. So now we're going to go to Academics channel. We're going to get into the call between him and Whack. We're going to go over a few clips there. So we're going to get to that. All right. So this video come courtesy of King Academics. If y'all want, make sure y'all go like and subscribe to his channel. Without further ado, let's get to it.
They got me feeling like I'm academics.
Like 100.
As you trying to get knocked out by JC bro, my phone going crazy. I'm on my way to no jumper.
No, Whack, we gotta talk about it.
Dog, this nigga Whack always, as soon as he called Academics and answer, this nigga always is on time, and he, just like the last call, hey nigga, you wanna get your ass whooped? Like, dog, it ain't no hi, ain't no hello, how you doing? Yo nigga, you trying to get your ass fucked up? Like, yo, this nigga Whack this nigga be on timing, bruh.
Okay.
No,
you know Game will talk your ass out.
No, and everybody know Game was my favorite rapper from 2005 to 2008. But we gotta bring this to light. The Game is too good of a rapper to be trying to get acceptance from niggas who don't accept him for whatever reason. Kendrick got something against him. I don't know why he keeps trying to ask 50 different questions on. Oh, he got mad at that. He got mad. It's one of those things where a nigga just don't like you, man. Like, you know.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so Act doing the Academics thing, he leaving out context. He acting like Kendrick just don't like the game without actually bringing up anything. But this is what academics do. This is the type of shit he be trying, the propaganda and shit he be trying to spread, the narratives he be trying to spread. You know what I'm saying? This is why he is who he is. Not saying he don't be doing some things that's actually like good and unbiased, but it be shit like this that, you feel me, that he's known for, right? So he's trying to act like Kendrick just don't like the game, whatever, trying to start some shit, but that's not the case at all, as we just seen how the history went and basically why Kendrick started to distance himself from the game. He didn't want to diss the game. He just wanted to distance himself because he seen a nigga do some shit that's kind of some flaw-ass shit. Now, we're going to get into why. We're going to get into, did the game actually know that Drake and Kendrick had a personal problem? Let's go.
When you see Game trying to get acceptance from Kendrick, bro?
Because, listen, if we knew that they haven't spoken, okay? If we knew they haven't spoken since...
But the problem is that 100 is my record. You know that, right?
I know.
Oh, you got to remember, we talking about 15? Fuck, we do that. Some shit like that.
Okay, so why would y'all even act like he was invited to the pop-out then? That's 9 years later. Like, yo, if Kendrick ain't talked to that nigga in 9 years, why the hell would you even think he's invited to the pop-out?
No, because
Nigga, Wack 100 had to slide that in. You know the 100. You know that's my record, right? It's like, nigga. So we don't care about that, nigga. Like, he had to slide that in there real quick just to let niggas know.
I think we gotta. Did I get some feature work from Kendrick since 100? I think I did get one more.
But not for Game though.
Yeah, I believe I did. I think it was.
Wack, you gotta come clean, man. Kendrick, for whatever reason, he don't fuck with Game, bro.
I think here goes the problem, right? The problem.
Wack, this is the only topic you don't keep it 100 on. You're not keeping 100 on this topic.
Listen, here goes the problem. You don't know Kendrick, right? So
Top Dog just called in to clarify. Basically, we don't fuck with that nigga. He ain't done it in 10 years.
Listen. You didn't hear what Stack Cole said?
What you say?
When I talked to Wack. You think I don't know what the fuck on you? Nigga, I've been the fuse box to all of it anyway. It never goes anywhere because it's a whacking top that's right there.
Okay.
Right?
And I'm starting to kind of peep Wack 100. This is, anytime he get to saying, look, anytime he says, look, you don't know what you're reading or you don't know what you're hearing. Like, anytime he get to saying shit like that, this nigga might be capping. Now, even though academics may be right on the point where, okay, Kendrick don't fuck with the game, but it's not as blatant as that. Like, it's not like it came out of nowhere, you feel me? So, yeah, it's not like he just don't fuck with the game for no damn reason.
So what you're not getting is this. No, you're not gonna look up, or you guys didn't look up in the last 10, 11 years, and Kendrick dissing Game and Game dissing Kendrick. No, right? Game's disposition is this. Hey, Kendrick, I know who you become. But when you were becoming that, I had a relationship with this man. Now, I know y'all doing y'all rap shit. And I've never expected you to jump in mine. And I know you don't expect me to jump in yours. I don't think it's that serious because it ain't no gangster shit going on. You got to remember, the Game, Jason Taylor, every beef he had, it was some gangster shit going on. So in Game's mind, this ain't that. Now, in Kendrick's defense, he's feeling some type of way. Did he just straight up go tell Game, hey, bro, this what it is? No, if he would have, Game would have picked the phone up, called Drake, and had them niggas on the phone to fix it. Because in Game's mind...
Wait. Do you actually think that okay.
Hey, yo, act, before it was you knew Drake, Drake and Game have been very, very close for a long, long time. Trust me, I know.
No, hold on. I'm not saying
close.
him and Drake are not close. What I'm saying is that
Game, yes, I believe Drake.
It looks like he doesn't have any time.
I know for a
Stack
fact.
Quo literally says, let me read you this quote. Stack Quo says that the Game was mad that he couldn't get on the phone with Kendrick. Why the hell would he? Why would
he could have got on the phone with Kendrick because
Stack Quo says otherwise.
Listen. See, you don't understand it. Even if
See, anytime he get to saying, oh, you don't understand it, this nigga about to say some bullshit. But okay, so Wack 100 is basically saying that because he didn't think that Drake and Kendrick had gangster shit going on only because the game and all his beefs, he only experienced like gangster shit, like street shit. This was street shit, real shit, not just rap beef. Just because he believed Kendrick and Drake didn't have that, okay, then y'all don't have a problem. My thing is, just because you a street nigga and you look at the world in street nigga mentality and gangster shit mentality, just because these people have a personal problem with each other that's not some gang or street beef, doesn't mean that you could just look at it as, oh, y'all don't really have a problem. Like, what the fuck? Since when does something personal has to be gang and street beef? And I'm not taking anything away from the game. Look, I understand y'all niggas grow up in completely different circumstances. So I'm not bashing anybody that's a street nigga, that's a gangster. If that's how you want to look at the world, that's how you could look at the world. Look, I ain't no street nigga, I ain't no gangster, I ain't no gang member, I ain't none of that. So I don't care. But when you're in a profession, right? And people in professions sometimes have personal problems with each other. Doesn't mean you could take doesn't give you the right to be like, to look at that in your street nigga intellect perspective and be like, well, y'all niggas ain't really trying to kill each other, so y'all don't have a problem. That doesn't give you the right to do that. Because there's other ways to have personal problems with people aside from just street and gang shit and wanting to, like, you know what I'm saying, delete each other, you feel me, in a way. So I feel like that perspective is wrong, but that's what Whack 100 is saying, right? That's how he's defending the game. He's saying that, the way he's seeing it is the game ain't think that they had some street shit going on, so it's cool, right?
Kendrick wouldn't have picked the phone. What I'm saying is, if Kendrick would have called Game and told Game, hey, bro, I ain't whoop-de-whoop this nigga, whatever, Game was still gonna say, I fuck with Drake. That's bro, been bro a long time. And nigga, you my bro. We both from Compton, nigga, you my nigga. Let me get this nigga on the phone and fix this. You gotta remember. So if Kendrick would have like told Game that verbally, that's would have been Game's move, right? That would have been his move. Or if Game would have thought it was that serious and he couldn't get Kendrick on the phone, he would have simply called me and said, bro, holla at Top, let's fix this shit. I don't think Game took none of that shit serious as a real situation because it was never that kind of beef. Now, I can't tell Kendrick how to feel and how to move, but in Game's mind, remember, he helped Kendrick. He helped a lot of dudes, Kendrick, J-Rock. Top ain't gonna take that from him. We know that. Bro could keep it gangster, right? So he feels like I'm big bro to these cats. So if y'all got some rap shit, some little sub shit going on, in Game head, it ain't serious. Ain't nobody failed. Ain't nobody been shot. Ain't nobody bitch got fucked. This how Game gonna look at it. Game, when it come to Game and it being a problem, he come from it being a problem or it's not a problem. You get what I'm saying?
You know, I get that, but you don't, like, I feel like there's like an entitlement or a power dynamic.
Okay, confirmed. So for the game to see somebody else having a problem with somebody, it has to be some bodies dropped or shots getting fired or bitches getting fucked. That's how he sees that it has to be a problem, okay? That's, in my opinion, that's completely wrong, bro. You can't, especially, and I feel like that's just a cover-up because I feel like the game is way smarter than that. I feel like he's understood that people, and outside of Kendrick and Drake, he understands that people has had issues with each other and there was no gang behind it. Like, it was no street behind it. So, but I don't know, because I don't know what topics or situations the game has spoke on or whatever. I don't know what he knows, so I could be wrong on that. But for the most part, we all understand that people can have personal problems even if bodies ain't dropped. You feel me? And another thing. Okay, so Wax said he didn't that the game. If he would have called the game would have tried to fix it. Who said that I want you to fix it? Like, who said that I want you to fix it, right? Like, who the fuck said that? I don't care. I don't want you to fix it, okay? So now what we gonna do? We gonna get into the history behind Kendrick and Drake. Just a little clip where that basically started to see if we, based off the events that transpired between Kendrick and Drake, because Wack is trying to say, oh, y'all had some subliminal shit, and niggas ain't paying attention to that. And okay, to a certain extent, I understand that, but we gonna see exactly what was going on between Kendrick and Drake. Was this all just subliminal, or was this direct shots being thrown and was everybody attention on this at this time? We gonna get a little refresher in our minds, even if y'all remember, just for like deep dive purposes. We gonna go over a clip here, and we gonna get a little bit more context. We gonna see, do we believe the game only thought that this was subliminal and he didn't know that Kendrick and Drake had a personal problem? So let's get to it. All right, so this video come courtesy of What's the Dirt. Make sure y'all go like and subscribe to his channel if you not already, if you enjoy his content. Personally, I do like What's the Dirt content, even though I know he did the bull jive after the whole with the Family Matters thing. Trust me, I know, I seen it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna lie, this Drake versus Kendrick video, this was what set him off. And I understand, I know there was things talking about that he possibly got this information from another YouTuber. I forgot his name, because I was tapped in around that time. I just wasn't reacting, but I forgot his name. But it is what it is. He still got good information in his video, so we're gonna go over that. So without further ado, let's get to it.
I'm rhyming with, but this is hip hop, and them should know what time it is. And that goes for Jamaica, Big Crit Wale, Pusha T, Meek Mills, A$AP Rocky, Drake, Big Sean, J Electron, Tyler McMillan. I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas. Trying to make sure your core fans never heard of you niggas. They don't want to hear not one more now, no verb from you niggas.
And we could really, really use a moment like that right now in hip-hop.
It's rain like it's Mayweather, good music, yay weather, champagne just tastes better.
And let's just give it up for Big Sean, because to me, he had one of his career best verses, but it just got overshadowed because of Kendrick's verse.
I said fuck trying and not doing, cause not doing is something a nigga not doing. I grew up the in big and pie bitch and got ruined. So until I got the same crib, big hat in that juicy vid, bitch, I can't motherfucking stop moving.
But when it came to Kendrick's verse, nobody that he mentioned had a problem with it.
K-Dot and them niggas, that's fam, yo. I think hip-hop need this shit, man,
You know, I knew what it was for hip-hop culture. I knew how important it was.
He said my name, like he said a couple people's name, and he said he's the best rapper. I say I'm the best rapper every song I'm on.
Yeah, but he wasn't coming at him in a disrespectful way. He's coming at him in a competitive way.
So for me, it's one of the things where I appreciate. I didn't take it necessarily as a diss. Hip-hop is competitive, but I am a competitor.
Wait, sorry. Nobody had a problem except for Drake.
I just like, I don't know, it just wasn't real to me. It's like, I saw him after that, and it was just like, love. So it's like, was that real, or was that just like for the people? You know what I mean?
I think it's a sparring kind of sport.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, then let it be real then, I mean, because those were harsh words, right? So it's like, you can't just say that and then see me and be like, yeah, man, what's up? Pretending like nothing ever happened. Like, that's not real.
And this right here is a
Okay. So y'all let me know. So Drake is basically saying, right? Everybody else was cool with it. Yo, it's competitive, it's a sport, da-da-da. But this nigga is saying that, no, it has to be real. I can't just see you and shake your hand after that. So was that real? He was saying, if it's real, then let it be real then. So this is Drake basically saying that for him to beef, it has to be personal, right? That doesn't mean, so if I'm the game and I'm seeing this, I'm like, oh, okay, this nigga want to make this shit personal. Okay, does that mean there has to be bodies dropping and gang shit going on? No, that just means, okay, no, you want to take it personal, and you want to, for us to be competitive, it has to be personal. That's basically what Drake is saying. So if I'm the game that mentor Kendrick, whatever, I really don't even know how much the game had to do with Kendrick becoming a rising star. I understand that Kendrick had the verse about the game and Black Boy Fly, but I thought that was more of a, damn, I see this man doing his thing, so it's possible for me to do it. I didn't know it was, hey nigga, I put you on, I used to give you money, I used to bring your little dusty ass in the studio. So I don't know, maybe we'll get into those politics later. I'm probably not gonna get into that in this video, maybe, but probably not. But yeah, well, like how much did the game really do for Kendrick? But aside from that, the game should understand that, oh, this man is trying to take it personal with the little homie. Okay, I bet. So would I bring this nigga to the heart of the hood where you from after this? But let's keep it going though.
Perfectly good example of why people call Drake soft and emotional. You can't act this way.
Damn, that's what's the dirt? Hey, yo, is that what's the dirt saying this? Sheesh. Whoa. Yo, what's the dirt? What happened to this energy? Damn, calling Drizzy. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I got some of the OV hoes on here, y'all, boy. Hey, look, man, y'all niggas just got y'all OV hoe chains act. What's the dirt? Boy, I better, boy. Oh, this is old, but hey, look, man, it's still up. You feel me? So, that nigga Drake might take his chain back. Y'all niggas out here talking crazy. Sheesh.
And then sit back and wonder why people are labeling you as such. Like, this is why. And it's interesting because when Drake came into the game, he seemed to understand that competition came with the genre.
It's a great thing, though, to be competitive with those guys because you're always pushing yourself. I mean,
and look, Drake was not a rapper that you could just push around. He did go toe-to-toe with people before. Back in the day, a Toronto rapper by the name of Aristo seriously tried to end Drake's career, and it didn't end well for this guy.
And it's the room of resolution, I'm finishing it in here. If I copy Button's flow, you mimicking his career.
it was good riddance. It was lights out. It was on body. And that's what it was, man. And that's why good riddance. And what happened? Good riddance, right? Bye.
I remember when this dropped because it was all over the hip-hop blogs in Canada. And yeah, we did have hip-hop blogs in Canada in 2009. They did exist. With all that said, Drake dropped Nothing Was the Same, and we get to hear the first subliminal shot for Kendrick. On the track titled The Language, Drake immediately starts out with a shot.
I don't know why they been lying, but your shit is not that inspiring.
So when Kendrick's Control verse dropped, Drake stated on multiple occasions that he did not find the verse impressive, that he thought it was for shock value, and that it would soon be forgotten.
But it was real cool for like, a couple weeks. But like, if I asked you, for example, like, how does that verse start?
One of Drake's more notable claims was that Kendrick had a great first album, but he questioned whether or not he could do it again.
And as far as Kendrick goes, like, I can't wait to see what he does because now it's time to show and prove. And consistency it's been one album. Consistency is like, you need more than one album, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's time to show and prove it.
Drake claimed that he was all about putting out memorable bodies of work as opposed to creating moments.
When it comes to competition, I'm more worried about consistency. I'm more worried about bodies of work.
However, Drake continues to send some more shots.
Any nigga that's talking that shit just to get a reaction.
Again, Drake refers to Kendrick as someone that wrote the Control verse to get attention.
I am the kid with the motor mouth. I am the one you should worry about.
A motor mouth is defined as a person who talks quickly and continuously, often without considering what they're saying. In this case, someone that raps fast. Is clearly about Kendrick.
Talking that shit with your back to me, just know it always get back to me.
So outside of the DMX comment, there were some other interviews where Kendrick had laughed at Drake's expense.
Okay, and then I believe after that, Kendrick did the BET Cypher, and he said, nothing was the same since I dropped control and tucked the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. Okay, so we understand that. So, okay. And side note, damn, Drake, you talking about bodies of work, but Kendrick literally beat you in that shit too. Even though he dropped less albums, his less albums freaking wash your 10, 15 albums, because like shit, like after Nothing Was the Same, nigga, to me, in my opinion, nothing literally was the same, nigga. That shit, like a lot of that shit just was ass. I didn't like Views. I didn't like Scorpion like that. I didn't like reading this too late. I mean, it was alright, you feel me? But then they found out you ain't write that shit. But you know what I'm saying? Most of that shit, like, I did like Iceman a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it still wasn't the same, you know? Like, so you got watching that too. But okay, so we obviously know there was a war, you know what I'm saying? Whether let's just give the game that he's saying that, oh, I didn't know the subliminals and metaphors and the motherfucking allegories. I didn't know nothing about that. Even though this nigga is lyrical miracle specialist, I don't know how he didn't know that. And especially with all the talk that was going on around that time, like, and then Drake literally came out and said, and not in a rap, in an interview, that look, I seen him after that and it was all love. So was that real? If it's real, let it be real. So Drake is basically saying like, this shit has to be personal. A nigga like Kendrick that's from the same area that you from, if a nigga tell you that if a nigga tell you that, what the fuck are you gonna take it as? You gonna take it as personal, right? Even if it's no street gang shit going on. You gonna take that shit as, okay, you actually wanna take it there. I bet. So how the fuck you think Kendrick took it? So you know that is personal. With all this going on, I'm pretty sure the game seen all this. Y'all let me know what y'all think. With all this going on, do y'all think that the game understood that Kendrick and Drake had some personal shit going on? Do y'all think that? You know what I'm saying? Now I know, I think between Nothing Was the Same and Kendrick doing the Cypher, I think Nothing Was the Same came out around what, 2013, 2014? Cypher probably came out that same year. So, and then we get to June, then we get to 2015 where he brought Drake out. So this is still around the same. This wasn't like 5 years later where, oh, maybe I thought shit cooled down. Nah, nigga, this was right like a year, maybe like a year or some months later that you brought Drake to the hood. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that the game, with all this going on, did he think that it was personal, or did he didn't know and didn't understand because it's subliminals and not no street shit? What y'all think? Y'all let me know. But yeah, we're gonna get back into the call with Wack. So yeah, we're gonna let Wack keep trying to plead his case on why the game, he didn't think that the game didn't know that it was personal between Kendrick and Drake. So let's get to it.
How could Kendrick feel a way about Game bringing Drake to his hood? It's not like he brought him to Kendrick's crib.
Because Kendrick is from Boston.
So niggas got to check in with Kendrick then. So Game got to check niggas in with Kendrick.
Kendrick listen, I think the only thing is, like, if Kendrick would have put a call in, hey, bro, woo, okay, bam. But again, if that call would have went in, I'm telling you, I know Game.
Wait. So you think that Kendrick, if he had put a call in, he could have stopped Drake from being in Compton?
No, if he would have put a call in, Game would have just fixed it.
So first of all,
damn, I didn't mean to freaking skip, my bad, freak. But I was trying to pause the video, but yeah, so Ack is basically Ack is trying to get Wack to say some wild shit. Like, oh, so you saying the game got to check in with you? It's like, nigga, come on, bro, you got to relax. But no, so Wack is basically saying like, if Kendrick would have told the game like, yo, it's personal, or called him and let him know that, the game would have tried to amend the relationship. Because, so instead of the game being like, damn, like, this is Wack saying that the game didn't know all that shit we just seen. He didn't know any of that, right? This is the game we talking about. The hip hop lyrical miracle specialist legend who stays on point with all the hip hop, right? He didn't know about that, right? Okay, whatever. Now he's saying, oh, the game would have tried to fix it. But who the freak said they wanted shit to be fixed? And why does it have to be fixed? If you think that even if I did call you and tell you I had a personal problem with this man, why the hell would you then go and say, okay, well, y'all get together? Like, nigga, no. Do you respect me enough to be like, damn, you got a problem? All right, I ain't gonna bring that nigga. You feel me? Fuck that nigga. You feel me? Or I'm gonna let y'all niggas settle y'all. You feel me? Until y'all get that shit squared away. It's like, nah. This nigga, the game is basically saying like, well, I don't really care because what I got with this nigga is a little bit deeper. It's like, damn, bro, you can't like. Is it that deep? Like, what is this nigga Drake doing for you? What did y'all niggas like grow up together? Like, he look at Drake how like he grew up with him. Like shit, like it was Drake in the streets instead of Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck do y'all niggas actually have going on that's so important that if I'm telling you, if I told you that I got a personal problem with this man, that you gonna try to amend it. It's like, nigga, if I tried to tell you, hey yo, da about 50 Cent, you will shut that shit down immediately. Even if it wasn't bodies and street shit behind it, you would shut that shit down immediately because this nigga dissed you. The game would, bro. So I don't understand. I don't understand why he felt like he had to be the mediator between him and Drake. It's like, nigga, no, fuck all that. Nigga, I'm telling you, I got a problem with this nigga. But Wack is saying Kendrick ain't never call him, which I don't know. With all that going on, I don't know why Kendrick would have to call y'all and tell y'all that. Being how smart I believe y'all niggas is, right? But I don't know. And plus, we really can't confirm if Kendrick or Top Dawg let them know, but we're gonna take Wack for his word on that because nobody else said anything about it. So it is what it is.
Right. Other than that, you don't really hear or see Kendrick unless he's going at a nigga on the track. So I honestly can say I know because when we had the conversation about doing the video in Game's neighborhood, it was never a man, you think this gon'? Because if that would have came up, I'm obligated to get on the line with Top. Listen, I didn't know it was a fucking problem like that.
Well, let me ask
I'm telling you, I didn't know.
So you had no. So when you saw,
oh my mama, bro, I had no idea, bro. Look.
So you thought that Kendrick was cool with Game?
No, I didn't know that Kendrick and Drake at that time had a problem.
Oh, okay, all right.
Listen, I come from no Vaseline dish, right? I come from that shit where nigga, bitch, you's a bitch, your mama's a bitch, fuck your hood, your dead homies, nigga, we shot your nigga last month and it's up. Okay, that's where I come from. Now I know it's a problem. Okay. I don't come from a nigga saying little subs and I don't know what the fuck niggas talking about a backpack, conscious, and nigga ain't no names being mentioned. Game don't come from that. When Game go at a nigga, he mentioned a nigga 500 ways.
No, you're right. Hold on. So you're saying that when y'all
again, so Wack is basically saying like, yo, if that shit ain't super direct, whatever, niggas ain't talking about fucking niggas' mamas or bitches or whatever, and this ain't no gang or street shit, then we don't really know. You feel me? But he literally said conscious and backpack. Now, Wack had to be doing some background research because Drake in that verse never said anything about backpack. So I know he was probably looking at videos and niggas saying, yo, backpack rappers. It's like, nah, nigga, he said conscious. So I don't know where he got that from, but that's what he's saying, right? This is what Wack's saying. Now, I'm a little bit more obligated to believe that Wack ain't know that Kendrick and Drake had a beef. Cause he's a old head, OG, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he probably ain't know. Even though I don't believe that neither. But I'm a little bit more inclined to believe Wack ain't know versus the game didn't know. I believe the game knew exactly what's going on. That's my opinion. I don't have any proof. That's just me speculating. I don't have any proof. I just believe, in my opinion, that the game knew with all that going on and the type of nigga that he is. Because the game is a hip-hop nerd, you feel me? I believe he knew wholeheartedly what was going on between Drake and Kendrick. And honestly, the shots was pretty direct. Like Drake said in the interview, it has to be real. Kendrick literally came out, and now I understand if they didn't know the subliminals and nothing was the same track, but Kendrick was literally direct. He said Drake name in control. He literally did the shit in the BET Cypher, which was everybody knew who the fuck he was talking about. You didn't have to read between the lines and shit. Like, you had to know. So, yeah. But, again, taking this street mindset, the street gang nigga mindset, and applying it to the profession. I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Did the video and commented. Top or Kendrick never called you and be like, yo, why you got this fuck nigga over here, man? You know this nigga dissing me, right?
Because if they would have called, we'd have had to address it. Look, bro, that's my G homie. I don't call too many niggas my G homie. I'm never gonna disregard Top if he's feeling some kind of way. If I'm mad about something, I tell him, he not gonna do. He gonna okay, Wack, come holler. What's happening, right? I'm never no. If that call would have came in, fuck no, we would game would have simply got Drake on the line and fixed it. I'm telling you.
I think he could get Drake on the line. I really don't think Kendrick respected him.
Nah, you gotta.
So Wack is saying, even if Top Dog, this is what it sounds like he's saying. He's saying that even if Top Dog did call him, he would have told Top Dog that, look, this is the T homie, and y'all gotta respect it. You feel me? I'ma hear you out, but y'all gotta respect that this nigga Drake is the T homie, and we gonna try to squash this shit before we tell this nigga Drake no, he can't come to the hood. So I don't know what hold Drake got on these niggas, cause based off how y'all niggas grew up and the street mindset that y'all apply to everything else, but y'all don't apply that same street mindset to this. Bringing a nigga that y'all know these two niggas got a problem, even if it ain't gang shit and bodies dropping, y'all know this nigga got a problem with the nigga that's actually from here, and y'all still bring this nigga to the hood for whatever reason. I don't care if this nigga get y'all niggas more shine or get y'all niggas more money. I honestly believe it was the whole Drake stimulus package thing, because Drake was hot at that time. If you got with him, whatever. I believe that's why the game brought him. I believe, in my opinion, that the game felt like he'll get more like a boost. And Wack 102, he'll get a boost of sales if he did a song with Drake. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no proof of that though, and I'm not sure. Maybe their friendship and relationship is way deeper than that, but that's what I believe. You feel me? So y'all take y'all street mindset and apply this shit to everything else, but the nigga that's from this hood, y'all bring his op to the hood, essentially. And if y'all saying, oh, if the nigga would have called, we would have tried to fix it. Instead of saying, oh, if the nigga would have called, we'd have been like, oh, all right, we get it. Nah, we can't really fuck with you, Drake. How we grew up, we can't really fuck with you. Or y'all are saying, now Wack is also saying, oh, if Top Dog would have called, then I would have had to tell Top Dog, like, it's a little homie. I respect you, but this is a little homie. So it's like, which one is it? Y'all let me know. Am I tripping? Or it did seem like there's a whole lot of flip-flopping going on. I don't know West Coast politics. I'm not a gang member. I'm not a street nigga. I don't care about none of this gang shit. But if I'm taking what y'all niggas saying and applying it correctly, it seemed like there's a lot of flip-flopping. And it seemed like y'all niggas are trying to ignore certain things that was hella in the media around the time where Kendrick and Drake beef first started. So that's just, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that.
Man, it ain't about that because Wack is there. So I can always get Top. Didn't I have you on the line with Top, nigga?
Yeah.
Okay, so we not going, that, you know, whether they want to pick up or not, me and Top gonna always honor one another, bro. Okay. Now, we'll tell each other how we feel about it, but we're never gonna just no-look a motherfucking call or a text, right? I'm telling you, bro, I didn't know. I didn't fucking know.
Okay, did the game not know though? Because I felt like he kind of knew.
I don't believe he knew. I don't see
when he was not at the pop-out show and he went on live. I felt like he kind of knew, like, yo, bro, they're putting you on the side with Drake, bro. Come on now.
No, I don't. No, well, listen, that's a different thing, though. So now, if you go to the pop-out show era, it's a total different thing going on now because now I can say, okay, K-Dot looked at him going at Rick Ross as defense of Drake, and now you know it's a problem. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so now we're gonna go to how the game felt about the pop out. Now, Wack 100 is saying because Rick Ross jumped out on Drake, and then the game responded to Rick Ross. He's saying that's why the game felt like he ain't go to the pop out because he felt because the game went at Rick Ross, which he felt like, oh, because Rick Ross was standing up for Kendrick, even though honestly Rick Ross wasn't really standing up for Kendrick. Rick Ross kind of had his own problem with Drake, and Drake called him out first. That's why I had to make sure I cleared that up at the beginning when Jay Roebuck said Rick Ross jumped in the middle of the battle, and that's not the first time he said that neither. It's not true. He didn't jump in the middle of the battle. He wasn't standing up for Kendrick. Drake dissed him first because Rick Ross was trolling on the ground. Rick Ross responded, and then the game went and dissed Rick Ross. So the game felt like he couldn't go to the pop out because he dissed Rick Ross, and Rick Ross was standing up for Kendrick, and he felt like, okay, maybe that's Kendrick's friend or whatever. That's what Wack 100 is saying. But we gonna get into how the game felt about the pop out. We're gonna go over the old clips, you know what I'm saying, just to get a little refresher in our mind, you know, a little history, a little bit more context. Y'all may already know, but we gonna look into it. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, so this video come courtesy of King Academics. If y'all want to go like and subscribe, make sure y'all go do that. So this was the stream Ack was doing before Wack 100 called in. He was going over the call, what the game was saying about the pop out. So let's get it.
What it is with Chuck Taylor. Nigga, ask Top Dog. Niggas I done broke bread with, nigga, before this internet shit came to be a motherfucking thing, nigga. So if anybody asking me how I feel about the shit that K-Dot doing, nigga, I think what he doing is amazing, nigga. I think what Drizzy doing is amazing. I think them niggas just came out of one of the biggest hip-hop beefs ever, nigga, and survived, nigga. Tupac and Biggie didn't. Nigga, me and 50, we beef, we survived, nigga. 50 doing his TV thing, that's cool. I'm doing my shit, that's cool. Everybody know.
Okay.
As far as the motherfucking Kendrick and Drake shit, nigga, that's Kendrick and Drake shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
as far as
now he had whatever excuse, like why I didn't go to the pop out show. Remember even Wack was trying to cover for him 2 years ago. Oh no. Oh, this is what he said himself.
You had to work here it is with the pop out, bro. Yeah. I set it out on purpose. It's too much.
I sat it out on purpose. Like I love the game, but the game is like, you remember when the game used to post edited pictures with him and Tupac? The game post edited pic with Tupac. Game explains why he posted a Photoshop picture of him and Tupac. Like, people are like, why did you do this, bro? You know what
I mean? Yeah, that was kind of corny. I can't lie. That was kind of corny.
It's like, yo, dog, it's like someone never told Game, you're enough. I'm telling you, because to me, Game was the best. He just couldn't make hooks. I know he could make hooks. He could make hooks. But I always thought he was like the best rapper, my nigga. I loved him as a rapper. But I would notice some personality things about him, that he wanted to kind of be in a certain type of club. Like, he wanted to be, you know, like, accepted. Right? Like, he would just post up a picture of him and Pac. You're like, oh, shit, you linked with Pac back in the day. No, it's called Photoshop.
Game politics.
So now he's explaining why he didn't go to Pop Out, but according to him, it's his decision.
With me when I come to
this.
Okay, so this is the game back on Fig with T-Rail and TDE Smack. So he went to the TDE member. So it's obvious that Kendrick doesn't really have a problem with him. Yes, did he distance himself from the game? Yes, he did, because he felt like what the game did was some flaw ass shit, and rightfully so. As we went over the history, is no, in my opinion, and it seemed like this how Kendrick felt too, is no way that the game didn't know that me and Drake had a personal problem. You know what I'm saying? It's no way that he didn't understand that. Even though it's not no gang shit, it's not no street shit. Even though, the back and forth me and Drake had probably ain't as direct as it is how it used to be. But I mean, it kind of was, because Drake did say some shit on an interview and Kendrick dissed him directly. And also, if y'all niggas always applying this street mindset, how can y'all not apply that shit to my situation with this nigga? Like, y'all say, oh, there was no gang shit, so I don't believe y'all had a real beef. But then go and bring the nigga to your hood, even though y'all know the nigga even though y'all possibly know the nigga got a problem. So that's not what street niggas do neither. You feel me? They ain't gonna bring the homeboy op to the hood for the sake of whatever business or relationship they got. They just not. You feel me? Like, but I ain't no street nigga. You feel me? So y'all let me know. I could have that wrong. You feel me?
Like Mealy Mall saying why he ain't go to the Jay-Z, the Jay-Z Yankee Stadium show. Nah, I sat it out. Bruh, you weren't invited.
So great, and I might do a show a day.
And if you over on the pocket,
what the fuck?
I can drink lose a beat,
what's up?
And
where it was
and you ain't do, nigga, but you had to though. You had to.
Here it is with the pop out, bro.
Yeah.
I set it out on purpose. It's too much gang politics with me when I come somewhere. It was niggas at the pop out that I don't fuck with. So why go to the pop out? Bring homies to the pop out, right? Get into a confrontation at the pop out when a nigga is having a great moment, bro.
No. We finna back up from that. Fuck all of that. Yeah, this is where we stop. This is where the pop out is unity. It's stop the beef. It's all that. It's sitting on stage and we moving forward,
that's
nigga.
Cool. You talking that? You talking that
nigga.
Shit?
That's what niggas was doing that day.
No, bro.
That's what niggas was doing that day.
You say that, but all it take is one nigga from this shit to get out of pocket with one nigga, and that's what comes with me.
Well, why you didn't go by yourself then?
What you mean come by myself?
Come by yourself,
nigga. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing that.
Ain't no fucking way niggas gonna let somebody have it to you.
Number one.
Again, with this street nigga mindset now, he's saying that, so Wack 100 was saying, he think it's because Rick Ross, he jumped out at Rick Ross and Kendrick cool with Rick Ross, that's why he ain't go to the pop out. Now the game is saying, nah, it's because it's too much street gang shit that come with me and I don't want some shit to get out of hand. Nigga, the pop out was literally focused on unity to make some shit not go out of hand. And nothing went out of hand. Nothing got out of hand. Nothing got violent. You know what I'm saying? Thank God, because we don't want things to get violent. I don't want any violence to come out of any of this. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying that's what comes with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, bro. So it just seemed like you may be the problem then. Like, you're basically saying you're the problem. This is shit that come with you. You can't go anywhere without some shit jumping off, even though nothing jumped off at all. Like, unless there was something behind the scenes that we never heard, but T-Rail and Smack was there. So they're saying like, nah, nigga, you would have been good. He like, nah, nigga, that's not what comes with me. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I feel like this is another excuse, but we're going to take his word for it.
Unless you walk in there and niggas invited you and you was there, no fucking way.
Here's the thing. I'm going to say it on back.
Smack, am I right?
I'm not. Here's the thing, bro. Y'all niggas are like, the thing that you saying and you saying right now is like, don't let nothing happen to me. Nigga, I ain't gonna let nothing happen to me, number one. And number two, just so everybody see it, so it's said. If you gonna clip anything, clip this. If something happened to me, whoever did it is getting smoked, nigga. Period. Because my shit is already in position. The niggas that love me, that is with me.
Yo, the game's saying everything but why he ain't get invited to the fucking club, man. Why didn't they invite you to the pop out, man? So anyway,
there you go. And this seemed like the crook of his problem. Now he's talking about if anything would have happened, that shit would have got niggas would have got smoked. You feel me? So why do he think out of all places the pop out would have been a place for somebody to test you, for somebody to try you, for somebody to get smoked? Why does he feel like the pop out would have been that place, right? Out of all places that he's been, he felt like the pop out would have been a place for some bull jive to go on. I can't tell if this nigga game is tripping. I didn't grow up in the West Coast of gang members, so I don't know the politics. But if T-Rail and Smack is the same niggas that grew up honest and Smack is on the side of Kendrick, and he's literally saying right there, nothing would have happened. And you're still saying somebody would have got smoked. It's like, bro, I can't help, as an outsider looking in, like, again, I'm gonna say again, I don't know the politics, I'm not no gang, street nigga, or any of that. From just an outsider looking in, seeing all this, I can't help but to believe that these are some lame ass excuses. These are just some lame ass excuses, and y'all can't get y'all story straight. On one hand, y'all apply street gang nigga mindset, and then on the other hand, y'all bring a nigga who a nigga got a problem with to y'all hood. That's fishy. On one hand, y'all niggas saying that, oh, we didn't know what that shit was going on. But on another hand, y'all niggas, this nigga is this a lyrical miracle legend, and he didn't understand that these niggas had a personal problem, even though these niggas was basically sending direct shots to each other in verses and in interviews. On one hand, nigga is saying, nah, well, I ain't go to the pop out because I thought that nigga was cool then, and I got at the nigga on the track. Now on another hand, you saying, well, nah, I felt like some shit would have popped off because that's what come with me. I'm the problem. I'm the issue. Some shit always go down with me. A nigga would have got smoked. So which one is it, bruh? Which one is it? Again, I'm just the outsider looking in. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. I gotta know which one it is, but yeah, we're gonna hop back to the call with Wack 100. So let's get to it.
It ain't no 2015, whatever they were saying, is nothing like what they was just saying a year or two ago, bro. Like, I can't tell you, I didn't know it was a problem a year or two ago when they started doing what they was doing, right? So, but even with that, I think Game was kind of like on some, I'm not getting into this shit. I love both you niggas. But check this out, Ross. You side busting. So what's happening with you, nigga?
So Stackwell said that the game thought that Kendrick, here's my thing. Why don't y'all just blame Kendrick for kind of being like, he's kind of like a fuck nigga. Like, if your man, if you can't pick up the phone to call your man to be like, yo, bro, are you dissing me? And you're like, Stackwell said the game was panicking like he thought Kendrick was dissing him on Not Like Us because he can't get on the phone with him. Like,
oh my God. First of all, Ack, you gotta be careful with what you say. You can't be just, I know you do this shit for like, I know you're a GOAT at this shit or whatever, and you be doing it, but bro, you gotta have some sort of like, some sort of like responsibility with the words you say. You can't just be out here casually calling niggas fuck niggas. Like, boy, some niggas, where I'm from, I didn't see a nigga get put in the dirt for calling a nigga a fuck nigga. And I'm from Miami. I'm from Dade County. I didn't see a nigga get put in the dirt for calling a nigga fuck nigga. And I know Kendrick has touched on that word in a song. I think it was a Elite song or something like that. I don't know. But bro, you gotta be careful with what you call niggas, bro. Gee, honestly. But yeah. And then what was the second point? Ah, damn, I forgot.
Yo, the dude treats y'all like y'all are her. Like he treats y'all like y'all a peon.
I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear nothing not like us. I think Stat might have.
That was another thing. So I don't know. I don't know if Stat Quo misspoke and said Not Like Us. I swear he said 616 in LA because it's not Like Us that the game felt like that Kendrick dissed him on. It's 616 in LA because on June 6, 2015, that's when the game brought Drake to the hood.
Wrong on that.
Well, he said the game called him.
Hold on, nigga. Hold the fuck up. You know this whack you talking to. Nigga, I just get Stat on the motherfucking phone, nigga. It's a fucking problem. Hold up.
Okay, and then he goes and gets Stat Quo on the phone, but they don't really talk about nothing like that. So, what I'm gonna get into next is so with all that, right? I'm gonna get into. We gonna take a step back. I think I showed a video earlier about what Top Dog called Stat Quo and said, but we're gonna go over again, focus a little bit more on what Stat Quo said. You feel me? So let's get to that. All right, so this video come courtesy of your boy Chef Jeff. So let's get to it.
What that call was about. Top was calling me to tell me that when these clips come out, we got to tell the whole. He said, I know you telling the whole story, but you got to tell. It got to be in the clip of the whole story because he want everybody to understand. Dot didn't just stop talking to him for no reason. After that video that dude shot in Compton, that changed everything.
See, I told you, bro. All
right, so there you go. Straight from the horse's mouth, Top Dog. Top Dog don't ever come out and say any freaking thing. For him to call Stat Quo and say, nah, nigga, after that video, niggas kept their distance. So, with Top Dog, the nigga that never say nothing, the top dog of all this shit, if he's saying this, bro, that has to hold a lot of weight, bro. To me, it holds a lot of weight. Y'all let me know if that holds a lot of weight to y'all. Even if you're not a fan of TDE or whatever, or Kendrick, just being unbiased, right? I'm trying to be unbiased here. That has to hold a lot of weight, you feel me? In my opinion. So all the excuses that the game and Whack 100 is coming up with about this and that and this and that and this and that, no. It just seemed like they're flip-flopping. It just seemed like they can't get their story straight, or it just seemed like they may be trying to cover up for something. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seemed like to me. But now we're gonna get into what the game said to Stat Quo. Now we're gonna get into that real quick. All right, now this video come courtesy of Chig Smooth, so make sure y'all go like and subscribe to his channel if you're not already. Without further ado, let's get to it.
But guess what? This is one of the bombshells I'm gonna drop here today. But he said when Kendrick did Power, this is what he said. When Kendrick did Power, and they knew that 50 Cent was his arch nemesis, he didn't feel away. He felt like he enjoyed it. So he's like, I didn't care that Kendrick did Power. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But that's what he said. Another thing that he wanted me to put out here, since I'm going down. The hoodie that he wore in the J-Rock video, the reason he zipped it up is because he got $10,000 to wear it. So that's why he was wearing that shirt. So everybody that held that grudge from him, he got paid money to wear the hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Niggas can't fuck with him lyrically. Just period. And he said niggas don't, all the motherfuckers, when people talk about lists and he not on the list, but he went up against Jay-Z. He went up against this one. He went up against that one, and he's still here. He's still here rapping, walking around, running his miles, living his life, lifting weights, living and breathing and eating good food. And I said, this was my rebuttal. I said, hey, well, the video shoot, he felt the way about that. He said, well, if I held grudges, like niggas held grudges against me, where would the West Coast be?
This right here, in my opinion, this was a sad, sad day. Because in my opinion, on this day, when the game said this, is when he exposed himself. So, first you say, well, you went and did Power. First of all, what Kendrick did on Power with 50 Cent ain't nowhere near, with all the context that we got. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. What Kendrick did on Power ain't nowhere near what you did by bringing Drake to the hood and surrounding Drake around Drake's, you feel me? My opinion. It ain't, that's like miles. That's like freaking light years of levels. But like, yeah, nigga, that's nowhere near on the same atmosphere as what you did with Drake, in my opinion. But y'all let me know how y'all feel. And two, Kendrick did that way after what you did with Drake, nigga. So this is where I feel like he exposed himself. Plus, you had already squashed whatever you and 50 had, nigga. Like, you had already squashed it. Kendrick did it after, so you can't really even align those two things. But this is where I feel like he exposed himself. He said, if I held a grudge against niggas like they did to me, where would the West Coast be? So you're basically saying that niggas held a grudge against you. You're saying that if you held that same grudge, where would niggas be? So you're saying that what you did, you understand why them niggas held the grudge. That's basically what you're saying. Because you're saying, what if I held the same grudge? Like, shit. I mean, I felt like what you did with 50, I felt some type of way about it, but I ain't holding no grudge. So you're basically confirming that you know what you did with Drake, niggas had the right to hold a grudge, but now you're blaming niggas for actually holding the grudge and not getting over it. Y'all let me know if I got that correct. I'ma replay this and y'all let me know.
Video shoot, he felt the way about that. He said, well, if I held grudges, like niggas held grudges against me, where would the West Coast be? He's like, there was a...
Bro, did y'all hear that sigh that the company man did? He said, it took that statement right there took the air out of him. Cause I felt the same way. That's the moment where Game exposed himself. If I held a grudge against niggas like they held against me, where would the West Coast be? Now, again, I don't know how much, I'm not too technical on what the Game actually did for the West Coast. I know Wack was saying, oh, he brought the West Coast back, whatever, and he probably did, rightfully so. The Game is a legend. I understand that. I fuck with the Game heavy, whatever the case is, you feel me? He's a legend, you feel me? So I'm not taking anything away from him. But with saying that, you're basically saying, look, I understand what I did with some fuck shit, but y'all niggas still holding a grudge? Shit. I mean, I felt the way about power. If I held a grudge, I would have never did what I did for the West Coast and brought it back. So, like, y'all niggas got to get over it like I had to get over y'all shit. So, you are basically confirming, not directly, but indirectly, you're basically confirming that what you did with Drake, you know that was some fuck shit. You know that these niggas had the right to hold a grudge because you know how they felt about that. So all that other bull jive Wack was trying to say, and the Game was trying to say, and the pop out this, and oh, we didn't know because it wasn't street shit that. All that shit has been voided, nigga. It's been voided, nigga, because with that one statement, you barbecued yourself. And I was saying in my other video about when this statement came out that it's sad because, bro, the Game just did the verses with YG, and that's that's another thing, because with what Glasses is saying, and now it seemed like these niggas know that the Game knew about Drake allegedly doing whatever with these smear campaign and civil suits. They're saying that the Game knew, allegedly. So the fact that you was on stage shouting out Drake in front of YG right after he got detained. Oh man, this is starting to get a little deeper than rap, y'all. This is starting to get a little deeper than rap. And this is all alleged. This is all my opinion. I ain't got facts to prove any of that, but that's what they were saying. I might get into that video after this. I got one more part to get into on Chig's move on this video. And then we may get to that on what MacWap was saying. But yeah. This grudge part kind of exposed, it kind of revealed exactly what happened, because he's basically saying like, yeah, I know what I did with some bullshit, but y'all did some bullshit too, and I ain't holding grudges, so why y'all gonna hold the grudge? It's like, nah, nigga, you can't even compare those two. And these niggas not even really holding a grudge on you. They're really just keeping their distance from you. Like Kendrick even said, like, why would I diss him? Just because he not gonna diss you doesn't mean he not gonna distance himself from you. It is what it is, bro. And Kendrick is literally demolishing the game, kind of how he demolished Drake after post battle, by silence, not responding at all. He's basically demolishing the game just like how he did Drake post battle, by not saying anything at all. The game is going crazy, like, why did this? Why did that? I can't get him on the phone. I ain't talk to him. Well, nigga, he not gonna say anything to you because he still respect you. But he has to distance himself from you because he don't know what to believe out of you. Look at everything we just went through. Y'all let me know, with all that, how can you even like trust being around a person like that? Like, how? I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, man. But yeah, now we're gonna get into what the game said. Exactly what he at now. After all this man, after all this, he goes and he leaves a comment under Poetic Flacco page. So we're gonna get to that real quick. Let's jump to it.
Oh, shout out to Chilla.
Websites your competitors don't want you to know. Or two. All you do is go to this website, and it lets you find out exactly how much your competitors.
Chilling with Moni. She's the person who got this content, so please make sure you guys go follow her. She caught this screenshot where the game was threatening to expose Kendrick Lamar's camp.
But I ain't trying to hear the decoration for that goofy stuff, bruh. Oh, nah, he's just mysterious. He just, nah, man, he just be disappearing. He just, nah, man, Dot is like Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ be gone for 2,000 years, he ain't come back yet. That's how Dot is, Dot imitates Jesus Christ. Man, hey, bruh. Y'all cannot. Hey,
Game said at least one nigga get it. Fans and internet goofies will never get it. These niggas aren't who you think they are. One day, I'm gonna pull the curtain down so you can see every clown in their circus. Now.
And now from here, it just goes downhill, bro. Because you just tried to prove your point about all of this. Wack tried to defend you. Y'all went through all these loops and dupes and to try to spin this damn narrative, and you come out and say this bull jive. I mean, you just can't make this shit up, bro. At least one ninja get it. Fans and internet goofies will never get it. These ninjas aren't who you think they are. One day, I'm going to pull the curtain down so you can see every clown in a circus. Now, I know they're playing a clip of Poetic Flacco saying some bull jive, by the way. I'm not even going to get into that. Whatever. Flacco be saying bull jive too. But I'm not sure if the game, like, I don't want to take this comment out of context because I didn't see it fully. So I'm not sure if he commented that like on a Poetic Flacco Instagram clip of him only saying that part about Kendrick. If that's the case, bro, that's wow. Second of all, you talking about pulling down the curtain. Nigga, you kind of pulled the curtain down and revealed yourself. Who is the clown in this situation? TDE, Top Dog, and Kendrick? I don't know. I don't think so, bro. I feel like you pulled the curtain down on yourself. Because, again, Kendrick ain't been saying nothing. And all y'all niggas do is get online, call niggas here and there, and y'all expose y'all damn selves. Kendrick ain't even gotta say shit. He ain't even gotta say shit. And y'all niggas breaking y'all crumbling y'all own empires. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. So yeah, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. I'm probably not gonna go over the MacWap thing because MacWap was basically saying like, yo, this nigga game is tripping, and he with everything what's been going on with Glasses Malone, saying Drake is doing bull job on the back end. My bad, y'all. My camera died, but yeah, all the bull jive that Drake been doing on the back end. You know what I'm saying? It was allegedly trying to say that Drake is funding campaigns and civil lawsuits and stuff like that. But yeah, it looked like they all siding with that story and actually blaming the game for actually knowing that that's what Drake doing, and he's still on stage shouting out Drake in front of YG Face after he been detained or whatever. But that's basically what he was saying. I feel like this video already long enough, so I ain't gonna get into that. And yeah, man. Yeah, like I said, this is a bit of a doozy. You know what I'm saying? But I be trying to deep dive. Again, I am not a street ninja. I am not a gangster. I'm a civilian. And I'm just the outsider looking in, going based off things I see on the net and trying to use my better judgment. I ain't taking anyone away. I ain't taking anything away from anyone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not defending any of these men because I don't know anybody. I don't know Kendrick. I don't know the game. I don't know Wack. I don't know Academics, Poetic Fly. I don't know none of these ninjas. So I ain't defending none of these ninjas. I'm just giving my take on things I'm tapped into. And yeah, man. Make sure y'all go like and subscribe to everybody channel who I will have in the description, who everybody clip who I reacted to. Even if y'all may not mess with them or the content, at least make sure y'all go give those videos a like. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, no matter what side, who you side with, everybody is on here doing hard work. You know what I'm saying? J Roebuck, The Ville, Chig Smooth, Chef Yef, you feel me? King Academics, What's the Dirt, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's about everybody who I react to. Chilling with Moni, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, make sure y'all go like and subscribe to their channels, man. But yeah, if you enjoyed the content, y'all already know what to do. If you want to donate to the channel, Cash App Chef Yef with 3 Fs, link on screen or in description below. Y'all know the only thing I'm cooking up is my opinion. I hope you all have a good and blessed weekend, because it's probably the only video I'm doing for the weekend, man. I need to relax. I need to do some things around the house, and I gotta go celebrate my cousin's birthday and stuff this weekend. So yeah, man, y'all know the only thing I'm cooking up is my opinion, and I will see y'all on the next one.